Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this June 30th. Jennifer Lopez keeps throwing herself into the spotlight with attempts to be relevant again. She's had disastrous movie and album releases, and it seems like people don't care about her work anymore. So naturally, she's doing the podcast circuit to get her name out there. She talked about her role in the 1993 movie True Romance. So there we are. We're going back to 1993. When people valued her work. 1993. Anyhow, alright, okay, so the movie starred a bunch of A-listers who we're now hearing Lopez was horny for. Quote, there are all these seedy characters in the movie, but I mean, you have Christian Slater, who works in the record store and has hallucinations of Elvis, who is played by Val Kilmer, and then you have Patricia Arquette, who couldn't be better as the hooker with the heart of gold who is the sweetest, end quote. She talks about the other cast, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, James Gandolfini. Quote, I would have had sex with any of them. That is the truth. They are all so... which says a lot about me, but maybe like the dark side of me. But all of them were so incredibly bleeping good in this movie. Their performances were so top-notch and so believable and so dynamic, end quote. Lopez discussed one scene where Arquette's character is beaten up, and even though she had a, quote, blown-up face for the rest of the movie, you still wanna kind of kiss her on the lips, end quote. I'll note that Lopez is recently single and has been married... well, quite a few times. After Billy Bush had his career mostly come to a crashing end after his infamous Access Hollywood tour bus conversation with Donald Trump, he's kind of going the route of Jennifer Lopez in terms of relevancy attempts. Bush has done what all celebs do, their own podcast, and appear on other celeb podcasts, so now he's opening up about his time on the Today Show and took particular aim at longtime weatherman Al Roker. Quote, the way I would describe Al is 3 words: territorial, vindictive, and chronically unprepared. Maybe the worst interview on television. Al has been there forever, so he kind of, gets free run of the place for his many credentials, and one of them being longevity. People don't know how mean he was. He's mean. He's a mean person. When you say rageful and all that, it's mean. There is rage in there. There's jealousy, and I talk about vindictiveness, but it's mean, end quote. So how is he as a weatherman? Bush said, quote, you're never going to hear anything that's truly insightful. That's not what he's there for. Bush also went on to say that when he came onto the Today Show, he was the young hot guy, the new guy, and Roker was, a little bit maybe jealous or threatened of that. And so far, Roker has not commented on Bush's performance reviews or attitude critiques. Seth Rogen is talking about his decision to sever ties with James Franco, who was, by all accounts, Me Too'd out of Hollywood several years ago. You might recall, it was a while back, actually, that 5 women came forward with accusations against Franco back in 2018. He's currently trying to get back into the Hollywood good books after denying the claims of wrongdoing. Rogen, who was a longtime friend and business partner with Franco, now says, I think the proof is in the pudding more than anything. I have not worked with him in years, but there's a personal side of it. It's just so nuanced, and it involves people that I don't know if I should be dragging into this. I don't know what I would benefit from getting deeply into it in this moment, but I'd say nothing has changed really since the last time I talked about this. I haven't worked with him in a really long time, and I have no plans to. I haven't talked to him in a long time. That's check of your celeb headlines for this Tuesday, June 30th. I'm back tomorrow right here on the BuffRadio.com Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be